instruction on how he plays here in the first quarter. They're feeding him early and often. He's in the script. Can he keep the momentum going? We'll find out. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll send the back in motion. And some room to work. Makes it past the marker. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll try to pick up this third down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Throwing Russell. Complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Wants to throw. It's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. It's 4. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a first and goal situation.
He'll take it himself. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. A run for the quarterback. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. This is a money play on third and goal. The option look. Pulls it and runs it again. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's fourth down for this defense. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field, and you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown. But now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets the stop. They get some momentum going in their favor.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Keep it on the ground. Gets it across the 10 to pick up a 5 and out of trouble to the 12.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a 1st down, and this defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Got enough for the 1st. There's a crease. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the 2nd level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the 2nd level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They go play action with Russell. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. It'll be 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it. They're on the run. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And, man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Russell throws to the tight end. got a man. It's Edwards. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great.
Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Zings it complete to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bulldog! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He might want another play. Keelan Russell throws for the tight end. The short hands, it's Edwards. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Alabama pushing the tempo. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. To the air, it's Russell. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Throwing Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Dogs! Took it all the way back to the house.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Russell on play action. Moving out to the right. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Takes the easy completion. Could not make his way to the corner. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. He fires to the left side. And he throws another interception. His 3rd one of the night.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback will keep it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Russell. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. On the run from inside his own 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed in the middle. It's Frazier. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Keelan Russell moving away from pressure. Makes the catch. It's Lindsey. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
He makes a catch. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. The Bulldogs will use their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Tide!
A textbook how you end a 1st half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Throwing Russell. Pocket breaking down. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the 2-point conversion. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 9 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Seminoles with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. That is another solid victory for this team, who now gets to 5-1 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now the play fake. Buys a little extra time. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Frazier again. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Russell. Throwing right. It's complete. Gets away from one, finds room. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Motion from the back. Quarterback keeps it. Might have a chance. Got enough for the first. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They go play action with Russell. That's reeled in. It's Edwards. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Alabama quickly back to the line. Russell from the gun on third down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, Russell. Shoots it to the left. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll go right back to it. Picks up the first down. Maybe a crease. The 20, the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Keelan Russell fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit. And
going deep. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. The freshman safety is still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Wide receiver going in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
the first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
To the air, it's Stockton. Pulls it in, it's Frazier. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Running inside, it's Frazier. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But
here's a little room there.